Fully registering a patient requires entering pertinent information in several sections of patient demographics. In this tutorial, we'll look at completing the personal section. When a new patient is partially registered, only minimum information is required to enter the patient into the system. The remainder of the information is obtained when the patient is checked in. In this example, only the last name, first name, sex, home phone, and birth date fields are required. Note: required fields for partially registering a patient may vary in your practice. To fully register the patient, enter the remaining information required by your practice. In this example, Street 1, city, and zip code are required. If your practice is tracking language, ethnicity, and race information, that information can be recorded by selecting the appropriate response from the drop-downs. If your practice has a data import from an external organization, the patient account number or the MRN number for that organization can be populated in the cross-reference field. If the patient notes a referring physician, select that physician. If your practice utilizes the Vertex Doctor Patient Portal, enter the patient's email address in the email field. When this field is populated, the patient will receive an email from the patient portal asking him or her to register with the portal. If the patient does not wish to register with your practice's patient portal, check the Opt Out of Portal checkbox. The Allow Scheduling radio button indicates that appointments can be scheduled for this patient. Finally, it's important to note the patient's privacy preferences. Click the Data Release link. If prompted, update the guarantor information. Entering guarantor information is covered in another tutorial. Select the appropriate Release of Information distinction from the drop-down. Typically, Permitted to Release Data is selected. Other options are available from the drop-down. However, it's important to note that other options may restrict the submission of insurance claims. It's a best practice for the patient to also sign a privacy disclaimer. Enter the date the HIPAA authorization was signed in the Date Notice Signed field. When finished, click the OK button to return to the Personal section. When finished updating the Personal section, continue to the Guarantor section.